Hey everybody, welcome back to Full Circle with Joyce. Thank you again for your feedback, your comments, and your company this morning. I certainly do appreciate you. And please keep them coming into 22999 even as we continue with our discussions this morning. Right now we're going to switch gears and talk about vertical garden technology. Okay, and my guest here in studio is Brenda Ann from Ukulima Tech. Karibu sana to the show.
Thank you so much.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm good, and you?
Good, very well, thank you. All right, so first of all, just explain what vertical farming is. How does that work? Because most of us, things are planted into the ground, not vertically.
And not hanging on the air.
And not hanging in the air, yes.
So vertical gardens is a system where you can actually grow your vegetables in a multi-layered levels.
Okay.
So instead of just planting on the ground, we come up with PVC pipes, then we stack them on levels going up. So it depends. Okay. We have different heights depending on the client. Some of them will just want maybe 3 layers, others 4 layers. Yeah.
And the main advantage of this is space saving, or?
Yeah, minimal space, but then you can grow much more.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you think this is sort of like the future of
Definitely,
of
this is going to be the future of farming.
Agriculture?
Yes.
Okay.
Increase in population. And so you see, currently even the amount of land that we have, you use less than 20% of the land in Kenya for farming. And that cannot even hold, we can't grow enough for Kenyans alone. We have to import so much more. So you see, if you're able to grow your own on your balconies, on your backyards, on your flat rooftops, then actually this is going to be the next thing.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow, I think it's important for us to actually take a look of what you're talking about. So we have some pictures that we're going to now air for you guys to be able to see what we're talking about when we're talking about vertical farming. And there we go. So just explain to us these pictures as we look at them. Is this in a greenhouse?
Yeah, this is in a greenhouse, but the first one was open air.
Okay.
And this is a balcony. This is at a client's place, yes.
Okay.
That's on a balcony. Yeah, even this is on a balcony.
What are they planting there?
They have, that is spinach. You see, for the vertical gardens, mainly you can do the leafy vegetables.
Okay.
So we do spinach, you can do kales, we can do the herbs, you can do garlic, you can do rosemary, you can do your mint. Yeah. And then you can do lettuce if you want.
Wow.
You can do the indigenous vegetables if you're a fan of managu, kunde, yeah, terere.
How did you get into all of this?
Actually, the first system that we did, it was just a trial. And living in Nairobi in an urban setup, 4th floor. So definitely you wouldn't want to have the sacks because it consumes a lot of space.
Right.
Yeah. So one afternoon, just thinking, what else can we do? Then I said, let me try out if the PVC pipes can actually work. So I did a system. And then I did another one at home, a bigger one.
Okay.
Just for trial and fun. So what made this come into a business after, the youngies with selfies and posting all the time. So the first photo went on Facebook, then somebody typed and said, hey, can I have this? And I was like, what do you want? I don't even have a name for it. And she said, please come do one for me at my backyard. And excitement. I did the first one. In terms of business, I made a loss.
Okay.
I didn't know how to do my calculations.
Right.
So the first figure that came to my mind, I was like, will you pay this much? She was like, yes, come. So we did the first one. And I was like, okay, if somebody can buy this, then it means we need to think seriously about it.
Right, there's something there.
There's something in it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So how much can one, feasibly actually be able to plant in these vertical gardens?
For the standard one that we are currently planting, that we sell at 40,000, can actually feed a family of 4.
Feed a family of 4, as in?
Mother, father, and children, 2 kids. So
you
can actually
planting
have
what, like skomas?
You plant your spinach. You can plant your kales. You can actually have a meal from it.
Wow.
Like pluck from your garden and cook and serve.
Interesting.
Yes.
And then I saw you had one of your images there was from a greenhouse. So are you also scaling up the technology to more sort of commercial agriculture?
Yeah. We have people who do it in greenhouses for commercial purposes, and we also have the ones who just want a smaller one for their own backyard. But currently, we are also doing just the normal open air ones. without the greenhouse, but for commercial purposes.
Okay.
And we're actually setting up, we call them garden fresh centers.
Okay.
The initial plan that we had was to sell the vertical gardens, which we still do to clients. But then we have clients who want vegetables they can trust their source from,
Yeah.
but then they don't want to go to the hassle of being there to plant.
Right.
So we are actually planting now and selling vegetables
I
to
see.
clients, yes.
Okay, I see. And so Ukulima Tech now is the company that was born out of this.
Yes,
Interesting. And you've been around for how long now?
for 4 years now.
For 4 years.
Yes.
How is it going? Is this something that people are embracing and adopting? Urban farming.
Initially, it was a bit of a challenge. Just a few people bought into the idea. And actually, there's one who said this termed the system as fashion and said it will come to an end at some point. When I was out looking for an investor.
Wow.
And they said, no, this is fashion. Like,
It's a fad.
yeah, after 2 years, people will be done with this. And but trust me, over a period of time, people have actually appreciated the fact that you can have your own your own kitchen garden on your balcony. Because ideally, what we buy from the market, a bigger percentage of it is contaminated, even from the reports we see on TV. So if you can actually have your own dania from your backyard,
Right.
why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on average, how long do these take to grow?
We're actually not reducing the time that it takes to grow on the farm.
Okay.
All that we are promising you is that you're going to know and trust your source of vegetables. You're going to have it on your balcony, minimal space, and still get much more. And at the same time, it's organic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've said what are the different sort of price points then, and this is any sort of balcony can do this.
Any sort of balcony can do this.
How much in the sun, like how much direct sunlight though would one need to have?
We tend to advise our clients, we want balconies that actually receive sun at some point of the day.
Okay.
Probably not 100% during the day, but at least at some point of the day you must be receiving direct sunlight to your balcony.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's the sort of, I'm sure you range from like a small size or smallest to the largest.
Yeah, for small balcony we have the one that goes for 12,000.
Okay.
That's the smallest.
And what does that come with? That's just the PVC and the implementation of it?
It's everything. It's the PVC, it's the growing medium, your first seeds or seedlings that you want to grow. Yeah, and the structure to hold it on your balcony.
Wow.
Yes.
And is this, so even when you attach it on the balcony, is it permanently attached, or is it something if someone moves they can move
No,
with
definitely if you move, you move with it. Even if
Okay.
you have it on your backyard, when you're moving, you move with it. You don't leave it there.
Wow.
Yes.
Very interesting. 22999 guys is the SMS line. I'd really love to know what you guys think about this. I don't know if you have like experiences of some of your clients and some of the, maybe there was something unexpected that they were able to plant and grow successfully in one of these vertical gardens.
When we started, normally we do the normal vegetables that people do in Kenya, but we have one client who wanted to do pok choy.
Wow.
Yes. And it actually did so well,
Okay.
surprisingly.
Okay.
So what we do, we advise the clients on what we've tried on our own, from
Yeah.
our own backyard, on our own balconies, and from our office, what we've tried out. But then we have some clients who are a bit adventurous, who want to try new things. Yeah.
What happens with things like pest control, with the sort of materials that you're using? It's PVC, you've said?
Yes.
All of them are made through PVC?
Yeah.
Okay. What happens as far as the maintenance of that? So there's obviously the plants and the, food to take care of. What about the actual structure? Is there any sort of maintenance that goes into that as well?
No, nothing much. Once we've installed it, it's there to stay, because actually the PVC pipes take about 8 to 10 years before you can actually change it. And so even for the structure that holds the PVC pipe, it's a metallic structure. Yeah.
Okay.
So there's not much maintenance on it.
Interesting.
The only thing that happens is once you harvest, then you have to plant again. But then even as Ukulima Tech, we do follow-ups, and then we can actually come and do maintenance for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. Actually, let me get to some SMSs here. Someone says, hey Joyce, I'm Pius from Magumu and we're watching Full Circle. Someone says, hey Joyce, very good topic. I want to start a garden in my balcony. How about the dirt, I guess the soil, and how do I maintain it? Does that come as part of your package?
Yes, when we come to do the installation, we actually come with our own growing medium, and then we also don't use the normal soil. Because for the PVC pipe, we tried the soil. Actually, it's been a process. It's been a journey for Ukulima Tech. When you do soil on our system, it becomes too heavy, and then the pipe will start sagging at some point. Yeah. So we've actually, when we come to do the installation, we give you growing medium.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that lasts throughout the life of, or you have to keep buying it?
At some point, you'll have to change it. After 3 harvests, that is.
Okay.
Yes.
After 3 harvests, you need to change
You need to change it, yeah.
Okay. All right. Carol from Kabati says, I really like that. It's a very good idea. Someone here is saying, I saw she's using pipes. Do I use the normal water pipes?
It's the normal water pipes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, as she's saying, it's because the question is positioned like they're just going to go buy their own pipes. She's saying the soil also does matter.
The soil does
she's
matter.
not using regular soil.
Yeah.
So usiende ukajaribu tu na pipe na weke mchanga tu hapo nje. You might not get the same result. Oopsie. Mutiga here says, good to be tuned in, grateful for the show. Vertical gardens are the enablers of the less explored urban agriculture. This has the advantage of increased food security, lower cost of living for the urbanites, aesthetic value to the environment, and purified air to breathe. And I like that. I think especially the aesthetic value would be really nice, you know, just to have some nice greenery on your balcony. Plus pia dania sangine nachokesha tu sayoto nenda super kununua.
Imagine every time walking down to Mama Mboga to buy dania.
Right.
And then even when you have your vertical garden on your balcony, when you do mint, there's that nice aroma on your balcony.
Yes.
Imagine having grown things that you can actually eat from your balcony,
right.
not just flowers.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Wow, Brenda. Please do tell us, how can people get in touch with you? How do they reach out to you if they would like this?
You can visit our website, www.ukulimatech.co.ke. We are on Facebook at Ukulimatech and Instagram. Yeah. Just drop us an email.
All right.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much for your time and for coming on to the show today, telling us about Ukulima Tech and more so vertical gardening technology. Sounds really cool, and hopefully as many of you will check that out. With that said, though, we need to get to the top of the hour now, and we're going to take a break. When we come back, we are going to be discussing personal branding in the digital age. We'll be telling you a little bit more about that and how you can position yourself well in this season. But also we'll be going through events of the week in brief. I'm going to have Honorable James Gakuya, MP for Embakasi North, joining me here on set to go through a number of different stories as have been played out this week. Stay tuned. This is Full Circle with Joyce.